The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
Not going to lie, that was a bit loud on my end. I don't know about your end.
It was okay.
Yeah, so as we can see, the Dynamite Dome, we're back with Bronwyne Billington. It's been about a year, hasn't it?
It has. It doesn't seem that long, but time sure flies when you're having fun.
Always. It's always nice chatting to you. It's always nice having you as a guest. You know what I mean? I feel like over this last year, I don't know if you would think this, but over this last year, I think like we've been talking on and off, you know, like, I mean, the odd time. Obviously, you sent a autograph from Canada back in March to me, and I got it quite quick, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And
no tracking. That's impressive.
I know, that's quite good, that, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just very grateful to have you back. Do you know what I mean? We've been meaning to try and do this. You had a good weekend. Do you want to tell me about your weekend? Because I know what you did.
What did I do? I can't hardly remember yesterday. The Comic-Con. Or not the Comic-Con. I went to my first anime convention. Yes. Yeah. It was very exciting. So I have had kind of these bucket list things that I've wanted to do, you know, for years, and then I just never do it. And I've been saying for the last 3 to 5 years, like, I want to go to an anime convention. I'm going to get into this. I'm going to start doing cosplay. And my younger siblings are fully into anime. I actually don't really know it very well. I'm more into just like the dress up part, and I love Japanese culture and all that. So I knew that I would like it. And so I finally went with them this weekend, and their costumes were insane. They put so much effort into theirs. I can't remember the show that they were from. I'd have to ask them, but they did a group costume, and everyone was stopping them to take pictures. Like, they had the best costumes, hands down. It was crazy. And I just kind of, you know, ordered on Amazon, put something together, and it looked awesome. A lot of people were stopping me to take pictures, and it was really fun.
So what's your favorite part about conventions like that?
I think dressing up. I think it's like, you know, that sense of belonging. Everyone's the same. Yeah. Everyone likes the same thing. Everyone's pumping each other up and complimenting their costumes, and it's like-minded people. So you're meeting people that like the same things as you. Same thing if you go to like a wrestling convention, right? It's, you guys all like the same thing. You're all there for the same reason. So, and yeah, the dressing up, the seeing all the effort people put into their costumes, their cosplay. I should stop saying costume.
So you like traveling. Talk to me about traveling.
I do. I love to travel. You know, I always was someone that was kind of a homebody. Not a homebody, but like I'd get homesick. And it took me a while, but wrestling is one thing that's really helped me appreciate traveling. I love being on the road. I love flying. I love airports. I love checking out different venues, different cities, different countries. It's just exciting. Yeah, obviously your favorite place to come is obviously the UK. Of course. Yes. It's when I first came there, like when I first reconnected with my dad in my 20s, it was something that I knew was a part of me that was missing. Like, I was in Canada, but half of me is British. And so when I went there, I felt so connected to like the people and the culture and the accents and everything. But I mean, I'm definitely more Canadian as I was born and raised here, but I can well, just like I stand out, right? Like I never spent time in England growing up. So
you wish you did.
But I absolutely loved it. I just trips. Like, I didn't grow up there at all, but I love it. I love the accents, and everywhere you go, the accents are different. So
yeah, I bet it's like that in Canada, isn't it?
It's well, there's different accents in Canada actually, but
it's funny because you were speaking to my friend earlier on his podcast, and you was like, "Sorry, excuse me."
Yes, you know, my dad. When I met his wife, he told her to slow down, like right away when she's talking to me. And I was like, sorry, pardon me. And my dad's like, you have to slow down. Like, Canadians need you to slow down. So it's funny that he remembered that from all the years that he spent in Canada. But as soon as, you know, there's alcohol, like my uncle too, my dad's brother, as soon as there's alcohol, like I can't understand him anymore.
So obviously, sorry.
they know how to slow down when they're
Yeah.
speaking to you and be clear. But as soon as there's alcohol, it's like, what?
Oh yeah.
No idea what
It's
you're
like-
saying.
I'm the exact same. Do you know if I get a bit of whiskey or anything, or rum and coke or anything inside me?
Yeah.
My words just, you become a different character in it when you're drunk. Like, it's like there's all these different. They say like your true self comes out. So I don't know about you, but when I drink, I'm a very happy person.
Mm-hmm. I am too.
That's the main thing.
Generally.
Yeah, touch wood.
Too much hard booze might be a different story, but
Yeah. What's your go-to drink?
I do love white wine, but I can't sit there and drink it all night. So for me to remain that nice level of like happy buzz, it'd be beer.
Happy Bronwyne.
Yeah. It's like the hard booze, I might end up in tears,
Okay.
and white wine makes me like, ooh, too much of it. So
Did you have a lot this weekend?
I had some, but not a lot. It was a family event. Like there's kids there and there's only like an alcohol area. So
Yeah.
I did stop in there a few times. Had some wine. Mama's
no
night out.
Heads in the morning.
What's that?
No heads in the morning.
No. I was good. Just a little tired.
Sensible.
Yes. I was very sensible at my first anime convention.
That's very good.
But next year, I want to plan to get a table. So my girlfriend and I, she's a photographer and content creator. She's a hairstylist, very artistic, and she's into cosplay. So her and I are like, hey, we have all year. Let's take photos of all different cosplay outfits together. And we'll make pictures, like promo pictures. And then next year we can rent a table and sell our pictures. So I think that's what we're going to do.
No brainer.
Yeah. Two hotties, Two doesn't want bad pictures.
One more could go wrong.
Yeah.
You mentioned obviously you are half British.
Yes.
So obviously you must do you call it football or soccer? Are you
Football.
Which one? Yeah, you're normal.
Yeah.
So obviously
yes, I watched
Liverpool.
Was it last weekend? Mother's Day, on Mother's Day morning, I watched Liverpool. That's what I wanted for Mother's Day. It's like I want to sit in bed and watch Liverpool. I saw they were playing today. It's probably over now, actually.
Possibly.
Yes.
Or
Yeah, it started. Oh, maybe no. I think it only started at 1. It was a late game today.
Yeah. It's quite good for you because obviously you get it throughout the day. It's not like what people would want.
Mostly it's on in the
time.
mornings. Like I have to watch it at like 9 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. They've just won the league.
But that works for a Sunday.
Yeah, they've just recently won the league, haven't they?
Did they win?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they already did win. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird how those games work.
It's very, very true.
Because it's like a point system throughout all the games.
If you draw, you get a point. If you win, you get 3 points. If you lose, you get 0. But there's 38 games in total throughout the calendar year. It's like September till June, and then June till September. You got like the transfer window.
That's awesome. I need my football jersey though. I don't have one. I just have the scarf.
Is that what you call it? A jersey?
Oh, you guys call it a kit, right?
Kit, t-shirt.
Yeah, we call it a jersey.
Yeah. You've not got a British, accent. Obviously, I know you live in Canada, but you've not. Do you know when you have come over here?
Do an accent. I don't even want to do it. I'm so terrible at accents. Or like reenacting people. I can't. I'm not good at it.
But if you came over here, do you reckon you would pick some stuff up?
Words for sure. Like I'll start using the words. But I don't know. I'd have to see. I've never spent more than like a week over there. So
yeah, and it's long overdue for you to come back.
Yes, it is. I plan on coming, I hope, multiple times throughout this year and next year.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a few people you want to meet, isn't there? And Vicki Haskins is one of them from when we spoke last time.
I love her. She also loves Marilyn Manson. So we're both like rock and roll, tattoo baddies. So
that's very true.
I really look up to her. I love her.
Yeah. How many tattoos have you got?
I think if I count, and that's including like my whole background, like the colored in, I just counted as one. I think I have 41.
Fucking hell. Sorry.
Yeah, and I still have lots of space. So
Yeah, I mean, you got your whole body really. It's like a canvas, isn't it? That's what they call it.
yes, but I don't want to cover my whole body. I like the kind of like one blank, one full arm look.
Yeah.
And kind of this, I don't know. I'm gonna leave my back blank, and I might fill up both my legs, but we'll see. One full leg for sure.
Yeah. I always wanted, when I was growing up, like 2 sleeves, because blokes really do have sleeves.
Yeah.
But for me, I broke my arm when I was 11. I snapped my arm completely. So I can't, the only time I could do something on this arm is go round it, because I've got a scar. And if you go all over a scar, it would really hurt. So I've got two
there
here.
are people that can tattoo over scars if you've done any consultations, but
I know, but I can tolerate pain, but
I think it hurts more, right?
Yeah, it's got to. I was speaking to you before we went on, and I said that I recently had your friend. You asked me about, to have your friend on Camikaze.
Yep, Camikaze.
He's really, really nice guy. And just some of the stories that he was telling me, that one of them was he was Sami Zayn's last opponent in Canada.
Okay, yeah, that would have been for Legacy, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Sound familiar?
Yeah. And that was amazing. And
it was the same show or the same time period anyways. That was my first wrestling show I ever did.
Okay.
Yeah. So the card was quite stacked. They had a lot of big names on that show. Even John Morrison was there.
Okay.
And he had just been released. And that was right before Sami Zayn, was signed. He was going by something else. I can't remember now.
He was going by El Generico. That's what he used to be.
Yeah. And they had a lot of other people. I can't quite remember, but it was a stacked card.
Yeah. Do you watch the NWA?
I don't, but are you talking about Natty's match that she just had?
I am.
Yeah. Yes. Where can I watch it? I'm loving it. Like everything she's posting.
I do, to be honest.
Sorry?
I do, to be honest.
Oh,
I think it's
quite like the promos and just seeing her do something different, and like you can tell she's killing it. So it's really cool.
Oh, definitely. And the match happened, I think, last night. Could be wrong. Yeah, last night.
I believe it was last night. Yeah, at the 2300 arena.
Yeah.
Which is where I'll be going again in July.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What for?
For Battleground Championship Wrestling. I'm going to be heading out there again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully seeing Paige.
Yes. Whenever people say Paige, I have to think for a second. I'm like, which Paige? I know so many Pages. I have 3 in my mind, but yes.
Your best
Black
friend.
Dahlia. Yes, Black Dahlia. Yes, she better be there. I'll kill her.
Yeah. But like you mentioned, Natalya is killing it right now.
Yeah, I'm loving just a different side of her that obviously was always there. And it just shows too, like if the time ever comes that she's not in WWE, which I highly doubt that'll happen, but if they're stupid enough to let her go, she has something else to fall back on. Like she's not just a pretty face, like she's actually really talented.
Yeah. There was rumors at one point that she was going to be leaving. There?
Yes. Yeah. So she only just recently resigned, so I don't imagine she'll be going anywhere anytime soon.
Definitely not. But like you said, she's killing it. The match was quite good, to be honest. But
how? The only thing I'm confused about, and I should really just reach out to her, but how is she able to work somewhere else? I thought that was like a no-no.
WWE's doing its rounds at the moment, isn't it? Because you've got people going to Japan, Pro Wrestling Noah. You've got people.
Okay. So has it changed since like the new ownership?
Yeah.
Then? Oh, okay.
The name that we shall not name is now no longer there.
Yeah.
Things are looking better.
Okay, well that's good then. Then they can dip their toes in other areas and have backup if they need to,
I mean, you'll just not see people from WWE and AEW.
Yeah, that one not happening.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, did you hear about WWE acquiring AAA?
Yes.
What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I guess I hope that it's positive because AAA, there's so much talent there. So hopefully this just gives them like a larger exposure for them all, because I love luchador wrestling. So hopefully it elevates all the workers and doesn't like take away that magic that they have.
Oh, definitely. I've asked you this last year, but obviously I know who your Mount Rushmore is, but who's your Mount Rushmore of luchadors? Who's the best? Who would you say?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know if I could answer that on the spot. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Too many.
There is obviously one that swooms to mind. Is obviously got to be Rey Mysterio.
I've worked with so many too, like local guys, like they're from Mexico, but they've come here for some local shows. And all of them have been so talented. So I'd even, for me, people that I know personally, I'd put them up there because I've gotten the chance to work with them and stuff. Via Hero Cruz, he was such a sweetheart. He is so talented and young still. And I managed him like last summer in Calgary, and yeah, I just really, really love him. He's someone to watch out for.
Yeah. I think I spoke to you last year and I said to you, if you ever wanted to get in the ring, who would you want to get in the ring with? Do you remember who you said?
I think I said Liv Morgan.
You did? That's really good remembering that.
Yep. Like, she's still my favorite.
Yeah, she's killing it. She had a really good 2024.
Yeah.
Really good 2024.
Totally. I actually, at the convention on the weekend, I did like my makeup like her with the teardrop makeup.
I saw that.
Yeah. It had nothing to do with the character's costume. I just wanted to do it. So little Liv Morgan tribute.
So we've been talking about conventions and like anime conventions and comic cons and stuff like that. Obviously, WrestleMania week is a big one, like for WrestleCade or Wrestle. Well, there's just loads of them. Is that something that you would want to do, like go to, or like be at a table?
Yes, I was really, really hopeful to make it out this past year in Vegas, but it just didn't happen. So I'm hoping next year will. But I had started a new job like quite recently before April. So it was kind of like risky booking time off already. So I was like, if it doesn't work out this year, it'll be okay. Cause I also like to start this new job and I don't really want to mess that up. So I had to kind of get my foot in the door first to like explain what it is I do in my life. And sometimes I'm going to need time off. And I didn't want to do it in the first month of working there either. So I'm hoping next year I will be there. Philadelphia, like I mentioned, it's going to be a huge meet and greet. They do huge meet and greets in the daytime all day at the 2300 Arena. So I'll be there. And I'm definitely trying to get to more conventions in the States. That's kind of my goal because it's just so worth it. Like we don't have conventions like that here. So many names, I can bring my dad's memorabilia with me and show everyone that and let them know what I'm doing with his legacy. And then also have my own pictures that I sell and promote myself. So it's just really worth it. So I'm going to try to branch out and do more of that. And I've been trying to make it over to the Manchester one. Is it in February, I believe?
Yeah.
It always runs. Love Wrestling. Is that what it's called?
For the Love of Wrestling.
For the Love of Wrestling. We have a wrestling promotion here, and I think it's Love Wrestling. So I always get the two confused.
He was halfway there.
Pardon?
Halfway there.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm really hoping to make it out. Actually, I can almost confirm I will be making it out next year. That's next year, 2026. So I'll just say, you know what? I'm going to be there. That's something huge going on with my dad's legacy, and I will be there promoting it.
And you know what? I've been trying to get it out of you, but you are very tight. You will not tell me.
They know.
But
so I want it to be special.
It's going to be an announcement in the coming months, weeks, who knows, with you.
Yeah. Hopefully within a month. Hopefully no longer than that.
Yeah. That, like you said, carrying on your dad's legacy, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me because I am the eldest child and he deserves to have that legacy to be remembered and not forgotten. And unfortunately, I don't have a sibling that wrestles and I don't wrestle either, but I had to find my own way to kind of step in and keep that legacy alive any way I could. So that's been my goal, to keep his legacy alive. But also be true to myself. Like, I'm not going to feel the pressure to go out and have a match or, carry on that legacy in the ring, but I'll do it in my own way. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah. You mentioned there, obviously, not feeling the pressure, to step inside the ring.
Yeah.
Is it something you would want to do one time? Just once?
I would love to learn a few cool moves and have like that one match, like be like that. Yeah,
but
like why not?
It's got to be in the UK though, hasn't it? And Canada. You've got to do 2. Should we call it 2 matches then?
Sure. The same rehearsed match, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be good.
That would be awesome.
Just to say that you've done it once.
Mm-hmm.
Have you taken a bump before? Like, as in, like, on the mat?
No.
You're not?
No real bump take. No. I don't think so.
Is that something I bet you've been, like, because obviously you do managing.
Yeah.
So, and you're like that close to the ring, I bet you must be feeling, what's he wondering if I get suplexed or like thrown or this or that? I bet you must be wondering.
Well, we would definitely need to have the time to practice in the ring before doing something silly like that. And I just, haven't had the time to do that. But the gym I've now started working out at, with my new job right across the street, there's a gym. And they have 2 wrestling rings there. There's a wrestling school. So I'm like this, and I go on my lunch break to work out. I can go after work too if I miss my lunch or whatever. So I'm like, this is a great opportunity actually, that if I did want to roll around in the ring and just practice some moves as a manager to take bumps, I could go do that. So that is easily available to me now. So
easily
we might just get that match.
Okay. Should we call it 2020? So 2026 can be a really good year for you then.
Yeah. Let's say it.
You come to the UK and then promote your dad's secret thing that you keep very close to your heart, that you're not telling anyone. And then you could even have a wrestling match.
And maybe me and Vicki.
That would be good.
Yes.
Right? Because think about this. For the love of wrestling, do like a little card as well.
Yes, they put on shows, didn't they? Yeah.
So, bring some boots, Bronwyne, bring some boots.
Some beautiful pink boots.
Yeah.
Or Hello Kitty boots.
Hello Kitty boots.
Yes, I got to stay true to myself.
Yeah. Obviously, you're into your music. I heard earlier that you're into metal?
Yes.
And who's your favorite?
My favorite is Marilyn Manson. Mm-hmm. And I got to meet him last year. About a year ago, I met him. Like a concert was in town and we did the meet and greet. So I paid like $700 just to get a photo with him. Yeah, but it was worth it. Like, even though I talked to him for 30 seconds, like I have this picture for life now, and it was a crazy experience. That was some of the most hardcore anxiety I've ever had. Was like going into, so it was like a black tent, and it was like pitch black, like just like a little light on, with incense and like David Bowie music playing. So you had to go into the tent and meet him. And it was so nerve-wracking, and I went by myself. I was like having a panic attack. I was like shaking. Like way more nerve-wracking than performing in wrestling or, being interviewed for Dark Side of the Ring. Like it was like the worst anxiety I've ever had. But I did it. So it was worth it.
You kind of met your hero, innit? That's like who you look up to and stuff like that.
Yeah. And in my mind, I was like, we're going to have a full conversation. No, that did not happen at all. Because I couldn't even talk. I was just like, what?
Mumbling your words.
Yeah. I gave him a sticker, though, because I was doing the Manson family gimmick. And there was a sticker of me, and I'm wearing a Marilyn Manson bathing suit, and I gave it to him. So I managed to spit that out of my mouth. I was like, I'm in a wrestling faction. We call ourselves the Manson family. And I gave him my sticker, and he was like, oh, that's really cool. And he gave me 2 hugs. So I was like, okay. I earned 2 hugs. He must have been kind of impressed.
You know what? That's made your day. That will have made your day.
Yeah.
For sure.
That was wild.
So we spoke earlier about Paige, Black Dahlia. Mm-hmm. How did your relationship with her become about? Like, how did you? Because I roughly know, but I want to hear from you.
I started following her on Twitter, I think I had seen, I always say it was Chris Jericho, and I'm pretty sure it was, he liked her post or retweeted it or something. And I just was like, oh, this beautiful girl. And I clicked on her page and I really liked her story. Just started kind of like, reading what she's posting and about becoming a wrestler, but then getting an injury and developing CRPS, and then learning, she had to get these leg surgeries or like her feet, and learning how to walk again. Not only learn how to walk again, but like be able to get in the wrestling ring again. And so I just found her story really inspiring. And because my dad ended up in a wheelchair and was obviously a wrestler, and I think that made him like really ashamed how he ended up in a wheelchair. But to see her so proudly, like watch me, I'm gonna wrestle again, watch my story, it's gonna happen. And I was just so inspired by that I really started following her and just retweeting her and commenting all the time, and just supporting her because I liked what she was putting out there. So then we just became friends, and we kind of started talking about like when she wrestles again, I would manage her, and just we started manifesting and just tried to make that reality come true. And then last year, June, so about a year ago almost, we got to meet in person in Philadelphia. Our agent booked both of us, and we had a hotel together, like side by side, and so we got to spend the whole weekend together, and it just made us like even tighter. And we're excited to see each other again. Haven't seen each other since, but we're gonna hopefully see each other again in Philadelphia in July. And we're still pushing for everything that we wanted, and still rooting for her all the same. She's still amazing. She's doing it. She's starting to take some moves. She's been training. She's taken a few moves in the ring. She's managing, like she's getting there. She's losing weight. She's an incredible actress. She's all over the place traveling. She was actually in Las Vegas. And she's working at like a radio station, and she's out in Florida right now. She's been doing some big, I don't know what it is, like a festival they have there.
Yeah.
So she's doing really well, and I'm super proud of her, and I just can't wait for us to link up more and work together.
That's an inspirational story, and
yeah.
I hope it happens as well.
I just think in the wrestling industry as well, there's not a lot of girls that like root for each other, and they're always tearing each other down, even in not just in wrestling, just in life.
That's true.
I'm all about like women supporting women and building each other up, and that's what I try to do with like anyone. Most people, if I feel they deserve it, but sometimes I'm proven that they don't deserve my energy, but Paige absolutely is, and we do it back to each other. She gives me so much support back and builds me up, and yeah, I just love her. She's amazing.
Yeah, she is. I had her on last year, and she's very funny.
She's
very
hilarious.
funny. Very funny. So, with you doing podcasts and conventions and stuff like that, obviously, and just the wrestling community itself, you must have come across some nice people, and you made friends, I'm guessing, over the years with a few people that you still keep in contact with.
Yeah, I have. I think as I get older, well, it happens with everyone, your circle is kind of smaller than it used to be.
Yeah.
Or like I said, you kind of learn who deserves your energy, and that's something that has been hard for me. I guess they call it boundaries. Like, because I just want everyone to love me, and I'm so friendly that I like can give positive energy to everyone and like see the good in everyone, but not everyone is actually worthy of it. So but I have definitely met some cool, worthy people along the way. Yes.
That's nice. So would you say you're very reserved?
Probably not. No.
Fair enough. It's just that you said, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
It's just that you said then obviously you give people your energy because you're so loving and stuff like that, but then you give people some people that don't deserve it.
I would say that I can feel it right away. Usually if it's someone I can read people right away. If I meet them in like a sentence, I can tell if they're a good person. I can kind of tell what kind of person they are.
Okay.
And yeah, and so I can kind of know right away if this person is worthy of pouring
Sure.
into.
Well, that's good because I've had
But
you
so
back
yes,
twice.
I can be reserved. It totally depends on the situation and the person.
Yeah. Well, that's good though because I've had you back twice. So
Yeah. There you
not
go.
saying anything. Not saying anything.
Yeah. And we've even built a friendship. So there
We
you
are
go.
friends with friends from across the pond. Friends with a fellow Canadian / Brit.
Yes, I have lots. Well, not lots, but yeah, I kind of have friends all over the world because of wrestling. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Like I said to you earlier, we talk the odd time. Do you know what I mean? And you've just announced that you're coming to England in February, so that's going to be really
Yeah.
good.
Hope to be there sooner, but latest February.
We will make that happen.
Yes.
Definitely.
Can't wait.
Neither can I. AEW. Would you say it's gone a bit dry at the moment?
You know, I haven't been watching a ton. It was kind of getting a little bit bad.
Yeah.
But I can still appreciate, certain workers. Obviously, Will Ospreay's one of my
He's
favorites.
unbelievable.
And he was on the cruise when I went, and I got a picture with him too.
You went there, didn't you?
Yeah. So I got a picture with him, and that was my I want a picture with him. That's all I wanted. And again, I don't know what it's like, me meeting people that I love. I'm like, that's the worst anxiety ever. Standing in line, shaking, and we had to wait a really long time because it was about an hour and a half in the lineup, and we're outside on the boat or on the cruise ship, in the sun. So I was sweating, and I'm like, maybe I'm just gonna give up, having anxiety. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe he's gonna think I'm a loser. Whatever. And then I finally did it, and then I got my photo. So
Jesus. So how does that work? So obviously, there must be a lot of security on that cruise because obviously in my eyes you're famous, but can you mix with the so if so it's like me, I've been on cruises, right?
Yeah.
So for example, if there's someone famous, obviously they're I'm guessing half the ships fit like the wrestlers, half the ships
the wrestlers just mingle with the normal people.
Really?
They have when they're wrestling, they have a backstage area, but that's it. But yeah, there's a lot of wrestlers in AEW that don't do the cruise because maybe they're a really big heel or maybe it's just their natural personality. They don't want to be mingling with fans like that. So it's very much the people that can handle it. And Will Ospreay was a huge hit. He was like the mascot of the cruise. Yeah.
So what made you decide to go on the Chris Jericho cruise? Was it, did you and your partner go?
Yes, I don't know. We just thought it would be cool because we like rock music and we like wrestling. So we're like, well, this is perfect. And and it was Miami the first year because I went twice. The first year, I can't remember where we were supposed to stop because we didn't actually make it because there was a storm. But this year was Miami to Bahamas? No, Dominican. So I think it was the Bahamas the first year. And this year we stopped in Dominican, and that was an awesome day, the beach day. So yeah, there's what's not to love: rock music, wrestling, get off in a resort area. It was awesome.
So there was a few UK talent that went over. Did you see any?
On the cruise?
Yeah.
Do you remind me who? Oh, there was. I don't remember.
Michael Oku.
Yes, that's it. Yes, I think
Michael
I saw him.
Oku and Amira.
Yeah, I think Michael worked my friend Mo Jabari.
Possibly, and then you got Amira, the Irish manager.
I can't even remember him. I don't know. I missed a lot of wrestling this year. It was because we did it the second time, and we made friends from the first cruise, so it was a lot of hanging out with our friends this time, and yeah. I did watch a lot of the wrestling, but also you are standing for the most part. And I would get tired of standing and having this pillar blocking my view. So halfway through I'd be like, okay, I'm over it. There are some seats, but you literally have to sit down in them midday to secure that seat for the wrestling hours later. And I'm not going to do that. So
no, you definitely not. You
But it was good.
definitely don't want to do that.
No. Too impatient for that.
Yeah. So I went on a cruise last year, and when I set sailed, I went to, do you know St. Kitts?
No.
So I went to St. Kitts in the Caribbean, and then, do you know the Icons of the Sea, the world's biggest ship?
Sure.
So, you sure? Yeah, that was there. And you could see the difference from the Royal Caribbean to like the new ship. It's like very small. I'll show you a picture after.
You were on the big one or the little one?
The little one. But you can see how, like, do you know, times have evolved, do you know, from different ships.
Ours was pretty massive. It's like a floating mall.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Little seasick, but
yeah, I enjoy cruising because it's like you are forever busy. Do you know what I mean?
There's events, so it's just like constant.
Yeah. Not even just the Jericho one. I like getting off, do you know, the next morning, different island, 8 hours, come back, get dressed at night time, eat this.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's like a cycle. You'd be busy for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, exactly. Lots to do.
Yeah, definitely. So I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, your father. You've got something very big planned, and like you mentioned, you're going to be announcing it soon. Hopefully, you're going to be in the UK next year. That's going to be amazing. You're going to meet all your fans, and because obviously the UK has a lot of fans for your dad. Whenever I say to someone who's old, like not old, like my dad, who's your favorite wrestler growing up, everyone says the Dynamite Kid. Do you know what I mean?
I love that.
And it's either the Dynamite Kid or the British Bulldog. That's the two, or Giant Haystack or Big Daddy.
Yes, I love Giant Haystack.
No offense, it's either the British Bulldog or the Dynamite Kid. Yeah. Most famous one who I ask for people, they say the Dynamite Kid, and I was like, brilliant. So, with WWE being in the regime that it is now, good management and TKO and stuff like that, do you think it's now time for your dad to go into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yeah, of course I do. It's time, and it's feeling more promising. Like you said, there's all these changes, and maybe it'll get in the hands of someone who feels the same way.
Yeah.
That it's time.
In my opinion, there's no one better to induct him than you.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, it would depend. Is it going to be a solo induction? Is it the Bulldogs?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely be up there.
Would you?
Either way.
Yeah, definitely. So like you mentioned solo or duo, the Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it should happen within the next few years, at least.
I think so too. I think that we're on the right track. Like I said, lots of momentum right now and exciting news coming. So I think that's only going to help our chances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
There's a hint.
Bronwyne. Okay.
So stay tuned.
We'll talk after. No, but that would be really good. And there's always rumors for I think this would be a full circle moment. If in the next few years, I think there's nowhere better in the world that deserves a WrestleMania apart from the UK.
Yeah.
And then Hall of Fame in the UK, your father.
That'd be cool. Do you think, have they ever been to England for WrestleMania?
No, they've done it for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And then they did the Clash at the Castle that they do every odd year now. But
yeah,
the biggest
that would be neat for sure.
Oh, that would be a full circle moment.
Yeah.
And full circle moment that could and should happen. You got me thinking now.
You won't have to wait long.
I know, but it's like when you tell a kid, "Oh, we're going to be going we're going to be going somewhere." Where
you can't tell a kid that.
You'll wait and see. But I want to know. Do you know what I mean? You've told me now. But yeah, whatever it is, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say your nephew
Cousin.
I don't know why I said nephew.
I get that a lot.
Well, cousin is signed to AEW. And we said last year he's the splitting image of your dad. Moves like your dad, split. Yeah, just the picture that I put up last year, just double.
Yeah.
He got injured, didn't he? Last year.
Yeah, on the cruise, he actually got injured.
This year. How's he getting on?
I mean, I guess he's still wrestling, so I guess he's okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what the extent of the injury. Obviously, he's still wrestling, so he must be fine. Rehabbing and yeah.
So for the rest of 2025, you mentioned you want to come to the UK. Obviously, you've got the thing planned. Yeah, but we don't know what it is yet. The thing, and then you're hoping to come to the UK in February. But what else, apart from wrestling, day-to-day life, that you've got planned for the rest of 2025 that you can either say or not say? Or
I am heading out east in Canada, so I'm going to New Brunswick in about a month's time. So that's my first time ever heading out that way. I'm really excited. It's supposed to be gorgeous out there. So I'm actually going with my family and taking the kids. My friend, he's from there and he lived in Calgary for years. He was my best friend in wrestling. He moved back home and has his own wrestling promotion. So I'm going to be going out for that. So that's really exciting, just branching out in different areas of Canada. I never thought I would head out that way. So I'm excited to go. And it's because, just all the tariffs and stuff this year, and like our dollar is not very good to go to the States. So we decided this summer, hey, let's just explore more of Canada. So that's why I decided to try that out. But I think it'll be a really good opportunity to kind of meet people out east in Canada. And then, like I said, I'm going back to Philadelphia in July. And I want to try to go back there for their next show after July, which would be October, to just start frequenting that area. So Philadelphia, Jersey, New York, that's like a circuit that people do. So I want to start branching out in that area. My dad is really known out there, and it can only help raise his legacy. So yeah, and England. So I think those are some big bucket list things for me right now that are going on, and it's only going to help build what we're working towards.
Again, trying to get a little tip. You're very, I see it. You're very sly with that. Yeah. I mean, what we're building towards, what they were this. My dad's like, you're very smart. I like it.
Hall of Fame is kind of the end goal. So that's what I meant by building towards.
And it is deserved. Very much deserved. So you mentioned obviously there you're very busy. You said you do the gym at work. You obviously new job. Doing your dad's legacy, you've got something planned for your father, you want to travel, you're doing this, not to mention...
And we're working on our own podcast too.
Yes, you are. And being at home for, not father, mother and wife. How do you balance everything?
I think the gym helps tremendously with mental health, first of all. Mm-hmm. So when I'm having an off day and I'm just not feeling it, maybe I'm a little sluggish from the weekend or whatever, I push myself and go to the gym, I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Even when I don't want to go to the gym, like I'm not feeling it, I think I want to skip. But now I've been doing so good that if I skip, I actually feel guilty. So I go and then I feel so much better. So that really helps the mental health aspect of staying on top of everything and just enjoying what it is you're doing. So like when we film our podcast, we do it on Saturdays, and we have to do it at 9 a.m. So I have to get up, 7:30, whatever, shower, get ready, look presentable, and then do this podcast because of our time difference with the guys. Yeah. They're in the States. So ideally, who wants to get up early on a weekend and do that? But if you're passionate about it, then it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It's for something you're passionate about. Yeah. So same thing with just wrestling shows, everything. As long as you love it, you're not going to burn yourself out, essentially. But if it's something you don't like, you're going to start resenting it and burning out and like why am I doing this? Like the joy kind of gets sucked out of it if you're burning out and not enjoying it. So I think just being passionate about it or putting effort towards things you're passionate about is what makes all the difference.
That's true. And there you mentioned mental health. And obviously it's good for your mental health, to go into the gym, taking your mind off things and just pretty much keeping yourself busy.
Yeah.
Would you say you've had times like where I'm not saying you've gone into depression or anything, but has there been times like where you've not had the gym or stuff on that and you've just been completely burnt out?
Yes, I think that I have struggled my whole life really with depression. Not like heavy permanent depression, but it kind of comes in waves. And I'm not sure if there's like a technical term for that or exactly what it is. But becoming in tune with like even Mother Nature and meditating is something that's become huge for me. So even yesterday it was raining outside and I was exhausted from like the convention the day before. It was a whole day event. And I'm like, I just want to sit in the rain right now. Like I just wanted to like meditate in the rain. So that's something that's become really huge for me since about last summer. I'll like go for hikes or just go sit by the river, or I'll even like cleanse my hands in running water, like the river. It's very therapeutic to me. And like and the gym and then just healthy eating. So I've really made a lot of like lifestyle changes and it's made a huge difference for depression. I'm also ADHD, so it could be linked to that, like the highs and the lows. And yeah, and I'm not like ashamed of it. Like it's just, it's being a human and, just knowing how to navigate the ups and the downs.
That's good. That obviously, obviously with ADHD, my cousin has that, and he's learned to, deal with that. Like, and it's made him better, like a better person. Yeah. And it doesn't, nothing, it's like depression, ADHD, all these things that there is in the world, it doesn't define who you are. You felt it helps you.
Yeah. And sometimes, if you're depressed, just cry. Sometimes I have like ginormous meltdowns and then I'm like, okay, I'm good for another 2 months. Like sometimes you just got to do it.
For another 2
months.
But
yeah, the gym has made all the difference. So quite often now, if I have a bad day, I'll come home and like work out or, to turn my mood around.
Yeah. Do you do yoga?
No, I have done yoga. More just like stretching. Like if I'm like at home and my back's hurting, like I'll do my stretches and stuff. But
yeah. So your podcast, where can we find it?
So it's not up yet. We're just getting through. Yeah, we want to have a whole season before we put it out there. Right now we're just kind of, I guess, practicing. And right now it's just the three of us. We don't even have guests yet. And so I guess we'll do we're going to do 10 episodes of just us three, I guess. And then we'll put them out and then we're going to start incorporating guests. So we're just kind of getting used to talking about wrestling and not talking over each other and how it's going to go. So it's going really, really well. I'm really proud of it so far. We just want to have like a large amount of product to put out before we put it out there. Like, oh, here's one episode and there's no more, so we want to have like a whole season.
Yeah. That's awesome. Where is it going to be? Spotify?
I'm not too sure, actually. We haven't really talked about that, but I will let you guys know when I know.
Yeah, definitely. Because mine, I find with podcasts, there's so many places, we're only one human, do you know what I mean? And then when you're doing work life and family, and then like me with this podcast, because I just keep mine to just plain and simple YouTube.
Yeah.
But you've got people that do Spotify, this, that, Apple, YouTube, and I would not, I would forget and I would be everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if that.
How many episodes you on?
We've done 5, so we're halfway. It's been a little bit of a slow process because 2 of us have kids and families, and so something comes up or there's an emergency or whatever, someone's big birthday or something. We just have to push it until the three of us can all do it. So
Yeah.
but we'll get there. I
What
think
you-
once it's like after I watched the first episode, what like the one guy, he kind of produced it, I guess. After I watched the first episode, I was like so excited because it looks so good. Like he does such a good job with like the intro and just all these different unique little things with our show that once I see the full season, I think we'll get really excited and then the momentum will pick up and just keep going. So
I can't wait.
yeah, it'll be good.
Definitely. You mentioned obviously the first 10 episodes is going to be you three, and then obviously season 2 you're going to be doing like the odd guests and stuff like that. Is it going to be what guests would you have in mind? Is it just
We definitely, I mean, it'll be all related to the era we're focusing on.
okay?
So whichever way we branch that out into, but we definitely have an idea of doing like other wrestlers' kids would be super cool. So
That
kind
would
of an
be-
episode on that would be really fun. Anyone we could get. Yeah. I
That would be-
recently became friends with Harley Race's son. So he's
Okay.
someone that we would interview. Yeah.
Wow. Wrestling really does bring people together.
Yes.
And
Yeah. And it was
It's
the
amazing.
podcaster that he had interviewed me and him. He introduced us. And so now
Wow.
we're friends. And I'm like, hey, we'd love to have you on our podcast.
that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
that's
such a
mad.
sweetheart too. My dad and Harley were super close. So it's like a special friendship that, I feel blessed that I got to meet him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I've been very fortunate to speak to you for the last hour after the episode that we had. You know what I mean? It's a bad start, but it's been okay. It's not glitched my side. It's not glitched your side. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
we're good.
But yeah, I always finish it off like we were speaking, about mental health and positivity and stuff like that earlier. I'm going to ask you for another inspirational message. What would yours be?
I think that really focusing on yourself and not like everyone around you to try to make them happy, because that's only going to drain your mental health. So keeping your circle smaller, your intentions, everything you do needs to be for yourself to benefit your life, your mental health, the people that you are in your direct circle, like your family, and just day by day, because if you think too far into the future, it can be really overwhelming. But day by day, like, I'm not feeling great today, but I'm going to work out and turn my mood around and eat healthy and make goals for, I like to make goals kind of for the week. I have a goal almost every week, and that's kind of helps me continue going. So I think setting those goals for yourself and your intentions will keep you on track and your mental health in check. I think that's just really important, is doing that for you and not other people. Don't try to satisfy other people. I think I spent a lot of my life trying to do that, trying to make everyone else happy, but it's time that I just focus on me and what my dreams are. And I think that's what everyone should do too.
100%. And like I said to you last year, I couldn't have put it any better myself. Where can people find you?
So Instagram, it's Dynamite Doll, and I have my link tree on there, so all my links are on there. I'm also running my dad's Instagram, so it's official Dynamite Kid. His link tree is on there as well, so that'll show you all the merchandise and any other links that we have. I am on OnlyFans as well, so that link is in my bio on my Instagram as well, or Twitter.
Oh.
People like Twitter, or X, I should call it.
I always
Dynamite
call
Doll
it
84.
Twitter. I always call it Twitter.
I know, it's Twitter still.
Awesome, Bronwyne. Thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. It's been fun.
Always.